out the box. Fresh out the box.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome to a late start version of Fantasy Age from Green Run and Publishing. I am the board game guru and game master, sort of okay, Johananon.
It's me, Casualty, CDG, retired child crimes detective turned tabletop titan and improv comedian. And tonight I'll be reprising my role as Solwyn, the third son of the Emperor of the Sun.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, a video game variety Twitch streamer, and also do some tabletop role-playing game streaming as well. And I'm reprising my role as Harnasa, the Orcish Arquebusier. Not sure why I did the accent, but okay.
And it's me, everyone, Aaron Bombier, also known out there as Aaron Dippity Doo. Once again, coming in as Balor Cressings with the team.
Hello, hail Satan. It's me, Keon, aka Lawrence Fishburne. Was having some technical difficulties with our Discord audio. Thank you, Discord, on my end. So I'm mobile today. So I'm gonna give you some surprises.
Luckily, we're friends with the people that filmed Blair Witch Project, so there they are. Oh, what's going on in these woods? I don't know! Alright,
Shaky cam for realism.
I wish I could cry on command.
I can. All I have to do is think about my overwhelming failures as an adult.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just had to think about my
Jeez.
life so far.
Does it every time.
All I have to do to
That's it.
start crying is to stop trying not to cry. That's all I have.
Yeah.
That's
go
right.
out
Just
and
give
sit in
in.
the car alone and just think for a minute. I'll start crying.
I can't start crying, though, because then the screaming happens, and I can't do that right now, so...
Our new metal cover band coming in.
Ah!
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
I can
what are we
play
talking about?
guitar,
New metal.
fine.
Just kidding.
Very convincing. Alright, so, yeah, where we last left off, you guys found a corpse in the woods after tracking down the doer of some sort of unspeakable dark magics. You followed these footsteps into the woods. They belonged to a young woman who apparently worked within the grounds. This young woman is now dead, her heart missing, her ribcage flayed open. And after pursuing the perpetrator of the act, they disappeared somewhere into the castle. You're not sure where, you're not sure if or when they will strike again. But the castle is a bustle with all sorts of activity as they make preparations for many, many guests coming, including the king of the kingdom, the ruler of the city of Greystone, making his way to Torrance for who knows why, but many other nobles from all over the realm are also coming. So it's a very busy time in this castle. And we'll open up, pretty much right after we left off last time. The trail goes cold, and you're not really sure what to do from there.
Well, as I return with everyone else after attending to the body out in the wood, I will ask if any of you have seen the person responsible for the grounds. I think because that's their master of the forest, master of the grounds, and so forth. Because we have to find. There's only so many people who would know these woods well enough to travel through them that quickly.
We're looking for their groundskeeper, Willie, is what you're saying.
I suppose his name could be Willie, but
Right.
I actually might have written his name down.
We did have his
Yeah,
name.
he has a name. He already has a name.
if it's Willie, I'm gonna give up.
I
Sorry,
think it's
now.
Mario Bartolo.
Yeah, it's Bartolo.
Pretty close to Willie.
Was that a GM name or an audience name?
I don't remember. I think it was my name. I think I picked it from the name generator.
Yes,
Correct.
Bartolo, the groundskeeper.
The groundskeeper.
We won. Get out of here.
Because
Yeah, it's
I
a good
made a
job for the
joke about
Italians.
his name being Bartolo Simpsoni. It's like Bart Simpson, and you could do the Bartolo man.
Ah,
All right, let's get this
I
on
laughed.
track, man.
Eat my pantaloons, you wee bastard. Like that.
No,
all right.
wrote the
So we
part.
found him though.
Have we? Is my question.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, we
find him.
found-
It's not too hard.
Didn't we just come in on this cart also from the road?
Yeah, you guys dished the cart.
Before I go too far from this cart, I just want to look underneath it and make sure this person didn't give us the slip and like hold on to the underneath of the cart and right up in here with us.
There's just there's a woman dressed in a maid's outfit clinging to the bottom, saying, "It's like Cape Fear. It's like in Cape Fear."
Just have to make sure.
And then the cart keeps driving, and she falls, and it runs her over. She's like, "Ah!" We're doing Rick and Morty.
I can't tell what's real and what's fake anymore.
That's
It's like
a Rick and
Westworld.
Morty reference. All of that was fake.
I stopped after like season 3.
To look under the cart, I've rolled a 15 with 4 stunt points to make sure that nobody else was hitching a ride along with us.
There's nobody under the car.
I do a look around. So, can this perception check, can it go to the entire courtyard as I check the cart?
Yeah, sure.
I'll
You're looking
scan
around. Yeah. Here. What was this guy? This guy had a hilarious name too.
I'm thinking maybe somebody saw something. The other person who we were chasing just came in here not long ago.
Well, I will point out to you as a reminder that when I was following the trail goes back to that little secret door that we came out of. So
Yeah.
they left that way and they returned that way. So they're familiar with the building as well.
The footsteps that returned through that door were not the ones you followed out of it.
Oh, sorry, my mistake.
It is an
Yes.
important detail.
Because the female's footsteps came out of it, and the non-female footsteps went back in it.
Yeah. Well, because we were following her steps, and then the new steps, when we got to the river, the new steps started coming up and joining up to follow
Killer
after her.
steps. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
happy year and a month, Avenging Penguin. 13 months. Thank you
Hey.
so much.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank
Avenging.
you.
You rock. Thanks for your support.
John, did you also know that it's one of our dead grandfather's birthdays today?
Which one? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
Ed.
I know. No. The man,
Just gotta keep it morbid.
Owen said
he died a long time ago. It's not really that.
Yeah, I
sad.
never
Can't
never
remember.
met him.
It's okay. We're over it.
I could be him, right? When you think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, totally. Now just drink yourself.
Oh no!
Ugh.
No, like I said, I had like a drink and a half earlier, and it wrecked my stomach, and I stopped having a nice time.
There you
So
go.
I'm not gonna have the same life, I don't think.
No. So you're looking at the courtyard. I was looking for that guy's name. I remember
Right.
it was a hilarious name, but I can't find it. So I just remember he kind of talked like this, and he sang fun songs. But Gary, you look around the courtyard. I mean, there's a lot of people in here now. People are bringing animals for a feast. They have made an impromptu, like, holding pen in the courtyard to hold all these animals until it's time to start the butchering.
This is going to make everything so much more difficult. Extra people in and out of the castle, extra animals to be sacrificed without having to go to the chicken coop.
Why would I do something like that? It's crazy. All right, but yeah, you look around. There's a lot of people, and you look under the cart. I mean, the cart has clearly traveled a long ways. There's a lot of mud under there. Traveled through some mud at some point, but there's no person. Maybe he needs to fix his axle. I mean, you get a peek in the back of his cart a little bit. He does have he has a whole barrel of pickles, and some smaller barrels of what seem to be pretty decent alcohol. He's a specialty trader, it would seem.
Would you like any help bringing that to the kitchen?
Oh, no, I gotta see a man about a dog first.
I find myself headed that way, so I hope to see you later this afternoon, and thank you for the ride. You've been gracious.
Hey, yeah, no
I
problem.
did agree to pay him, so I'll give him, what, is 2 gold? That's, like, way overpaying him, right?
2 gold's a lot of money, yeah.
Yeah.
He can afford a mistress now.
Good for him. He can have a good time while he's here in the kingdom, then.
I'm gonna buy you a whole fruit pie, sweetheart. I don't know what people were into back then.
That is not what I thought you were going to say, but I'm so glad you went that way with it.
Yeah.
I kept it clean. All right, so
I'm gonna get so many Danishes off the top shelf for you. You look like you'd enjoy a buttery croissant.
see now we're starting to get there finally.
Man, this is ASMR for me. I got the
This
AirPods.
is the next character I'll be playing. People voted and they said that's who I should play. Is the guy who just gets hard
The
for the bakery.
the unintentional sexual baker.
Yeah, just about most things too. Not just the bakery, but saddle making, boyer, and fletching.
Those are all very good innuendo trades. But yeah,
Can
so
it-
in the courtyard, I mean, there's not you do notice a lot of stuff. It's just a lot of inane stuff. People are coming with flowers and all kinds of things.
Good
Steady
point.
stream of people. In the future, you might remember some of them if you need to. Kind of thing.
Well, I'm going to seek out my stable boyfriend and see if he knows where this groundskeeper might be. It might not be him. It may be just someone who works here or lives here that is very familiar with the land. So I'll try to trace down who this guy and try to ask him.
I didn't know that your character was in a stable relationship.
I wouldn't say it's stable. I'm a bit of a walker, so I kind of just pick up contacts as I go.
You
Right?
said you had a stable
Oh.
boyfriend. I thought it was funny. Yeah, Emilio is hanging around.
Immediate.
The only other thing I would, before I leave you, I would point out too that I did, when I found the lady, I looked at her more thoroughly before I attended to her final rites. It would seem that whoever killed her removed her heart for some reason or another, whether to consume it or to use it for magical means. That may mean more something to you than I. Back in the tribal lands, there's some people that might do that, but
He's gonna hide it
We're
in the
far-
floorboards of a rival poet to drive it mad.
so just keep a cautious eye and a light step. I'll seek out my friend.
I'm sorry.
I'll seek out
I'm in a
Emilio.
disruptive mood today. Yeah, you'll see Emilio. He'll be brushing down like a lot of horses. There's like a whole line of them. He's very busy.
I'll just kind of stay, like, I'll walk up to him, but I won't, like, get right in his path of working, because he has to move around the horse and stuff. Emilio, do you know where the groundskeeper is, where I can find him?
He'll look around. I don't see him right now, but he has his little shed over there in the corner where he keeps his things. Sometimes he hangs out in there, sharpening
thanks.
his equipment.
I'll give him a wave and let him get back to it, start heading over to the shed, 'cause I know he has, like, a ton, because of all the guests coming, he's probably, like, super busy now.
Yeah, he's very busy. Oh yeah, no reason to grab a brush or anything. He'll say at you. But yeah.
Start paying me funds, and maybe I will.
He'll look at you annoyed. You go to the shed.
I'll knock on the shed door with my rifle butt. Well, arquebus butt. I'll listen if there's any stirring or anything like that.
The door will creak open.
I'll push it the rest of the way open, just in case there's something in there.
How can I help you?
Oh, goodness. I am Hernas, and I wanted to speak with you about something.
Me,
Yes.
Batalo,
Yes.
the groundskeeper.
Unless you have a twin who does the same job as you, I believe it's you.
No, nothing like that. He'll step out of the shed and close the door behind him.
I'll glance at his boots and his hands. Does he look like he's been out and about for a while at all? Like he's been out? I don't mean just his regular job.
His hands and his boots are very dirty.
Anywhere blood staining on him?
There's stuff on him that could be blood. It doesn't look fresh.
I was out in the woods not that long ago, as the night was settling in.
You should be careful out there. You're not really supposed to be doing any hunting without permission from the king.
Oh, I wasn't hunting. I was stalking someone who was doing something possibly suspicious. The thing is, groundskeeper, someone else was stalking the same person I was. Someone who knew those woods, knew their feet, and knew how to move through those woods very quickly.
He narrows his eyes at you, and his face is best described as very confused.
So
you were following someone in
yes,
the woods,
yes,
but someone else was following the same person.
They got ahead of me, and that person I was following is now dead. In a rather unpleasant way.
Yeah, most deaths are unpleasant.
Well, some are glorious, some are heroic, and others are cowardly and dark.
He'll be like, yeah, I guess so.
So, I'm speaking with the person who knows these woods the most.
What would they
Aren't I?
say?
Oh no, I'm talking to you, aren't I? Or is there
Oh,
someone
me?
who knows these woods better than you do?
Well, I mean, the royal family knows the woods pretty well. Sometimes the nobles go out on hunts.
Is anyone a skilled forester and stalker?
There are many people, yes. I mean, the list gets shorter, but there are several outdoorsy types. Sure.
I would ask of you those names because one of those people is very likely a murderer.
No, I don't think so. That would be absurd.
There's a woman without a heart out in the middle of your woods, groundskeeper, and the only reason you don't have a hole in your chest is you look confused. So I don't think you did it, because you don't seem nearly alarmed enough for the accusation.
He's gonna, put his hand into the shed and, he's gonna pull something out.
I just kind of put instead of my rifle butt up, I flip it around and I just hold it there. Not pointing it at him, just letting him know I'm ready to level.
He is now holding a scythe. I got some grass to cut.
At this hour?
At every hour. I have to make ready for the people to come.
I need those names, groundskeeper.
Well, if you're going to be accusing nobles of murder, I don't know if I want to be involved.
So you'd rather be party to someone getting away with murder? Aiding and abetting those who would consort with dark powers? Are you that much of a knave, a coward, a sniveling man hiding in a shed? Or
give me a communication check.
Hell yeah.
Not constitution, communication. I flex at him.
I can't do it anymore.
You have any built-in intimidation or anything?
No.
You're like, no.
No, but something tells me Hernas is actually wearing a shirt with the Punisher skull on it at all times.
Right?
I am the
Like
law.
before. Yeah.
I am law. Law.
He's gonna look at you. You know, a lesser man would take offense to such accusations, but clearly you are not in your right head. I have much to attend to, so if you find any further evidence implicating one of the noble birth being involved in such a heinous act, surely maybe then I will cooperate. But until then, and he'll like pick the scythe up, like kind of.
I will fire my rifle over his head.
Ah! Everyone stops and looks at you.
And then I draw my pistol out of its and then point it at him. An orc doesn't ask, an orc demands. I need those names before someone else dies, and dark creatures are summoned here, and everyone else dies.
As you threaten the groundskeeper, he's gonna look around. Be like, is no one stopping this? And some guards will show up. You're gonna need to calm down, sir.
I just need names. That's all he needs to give me.
I told you what I told you, and that is going to be how it's going to be. If you want to kill me in cold blood in front of all these guards, be my guest. But if not, I have a job to do.
I am going to try a perception roll of some variety. Basically, I'm trying to spook the crap out of him, so if he is a guilty party or he's aiding this guy somehow, he's going to freak, or he's trying to hide it. So I'm trying to catch him to see if he's just
trying to see if he has
guy.
like a tell or something.
Yeah.
You're trying to see if he's lying.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like man, I get all these systems confused sometimes. I don't think awareness is in this one.
Is it?
Way to break the fourth wall.
Perception, intelligence.
Yeah, I guess perception would be the best one.
We're all like right there while this is all happening, right?
I mean, you're close. You definitely heard the gunshot go off. So,
Because I can give an intimidation assist too, if that's what it's gonna need.
You're not sure what it is about this guy. You just don't really trust him.
I don't want to be part of the goon squad.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm part of the Lawrence.
you have to sign up for the goose squad. I'm not gonna lump you in. But it's something about this guy you don't trust. I mean, he's not. He doesn't have a tell, but you just don't like him.
Everyone has a tell.
Well, his ain't tell.
Lawrence.
All right.
I think you and him need to have a private word in his shed for a second.
Yes. Me and that bloke ought to have a nice little wank session, or bang session, in that shed over there. Right? I'm gonna intimidate this man with my intimidation.
So you accidentally say Wankfest in the actual game. And he's like, I don't know what you guys are into, but I'm leaving now. And then the guards that are there presently will be like, okay, like, seriously, guys, leave him alone. He works for the king. Like, we need to... He gave you what he's going to give you here. So, please don't fire your gun in the grounds anymore either, too, if you don't mind. Thanks. One of the guards... the guard's like... Yeah.
In real time, I'm sorry.
It did play out.
If I hadn't said that, I would have rolled better.
The dice don't lie. That's a saying that we have.
It's true.
The dice know.
If I say it in the Lawrence accent, it's canon. That's why I have to be careful with what I say. Yeah. I'm sorry.
No. Hernandez will just kind of give Lawrence a look like he's kind of confused, and then just kind of looks at the guard. He glares at the groundskeeper one more time, but he looks at the guard again, and then it's like he there's a moment where Hernandez looks like he's gonna shoot the groundskeeper, but he looks at the guard.
The guard's just shaking his head. He's like, "Don't do it, man."
But I look to the guard and just kind of nod my head at him, and then I just kind of lift my pistol up, and then I.
You saved the princess, so you get one desk pop, but that's it. You get one desk pop, no more.
Don't worry, it's just fireworks, right?
I don't know the difference.
Most people don't.
But yeah, the groundskeeper's gonna go about his business.
Although hilariously, as I start walking back to the, I don't trust him. So I'm gonna reload my rifle.
Desk pop.
And I'm going to stalk the groundskeeper.
We'll put it to music. It's just, you know,
Man, if the groundskeeper didn't see that coming, that's on him.
some sort of, you know, like one of those British like Benny
Hill
songs.
Pink Panther.
Yeah, and he'll be doing his chores, and you'll just be peeking around corners and stuff at him. I mean, he's just doing groundskeeper stuff.
I'll look to Lawrence though and say, as I'm starting to fall, you might want to let someone know to let them know what we learned. Someone of the nobility was out in those woods and killed that poor one. And they may have changed their clothes recently to hide the blood, because it may be, I'm fairly certain this man had something to do with it or is hiding who did it, but I'm sneakily getting this feeling he's not the one who did the cutting.
All right, but are you sure you'll be safe on your own with this bloke?
I look at the bandolier of black powder, the pistols, the rifle, and then at you. If I die to him, as braced as I am, I deserve to die.
Lawrence scratches his genitals and says, "All right," and walks and goes to tell the others, and tells the others.
Itchy fish genitals.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah.
Fish sticks.
The others. That's you two. What are you doing? Where were you when you heard the gunshot?
And I was probably getting ready to walk in and then heard the gunshot and looked over to make sure that this was going to go okay. Made sure they didn't get arrested from a visual range.
You
And
saw
once
the
I
guards
realized-
de-escalate the situation.
Yep, that's exactly. I wanted to see how it turned out.
Yeah.
Did the guards arrest my friends, or is everything okay?
I was gonna say kind of the same thing. Like at some point, I'm about to be going this way, but then I hear the gunshot, and I go over there to catch him just in time where the guards are like, cut that out. Yeah.
So I was just about to go in and start talking to nobles, but now that I see them break and Lawrence headed this way with his strut, I'll wait to see what he has to say first.
You can't tell by the way I look. I'm a fish man. No time to talk.
All right. So an ass is stalking this guy that we think might know something about the bloke who ripped that girl's heart out, but all that we know is that it's surely a dangerous perpetrator. He's in hot pursuit. And he's doing desk pops all in the woods, and it's scary.
I heard that. Was the desk pop? Is that the pirate term?
Yeah, every once in a while when you're sitting at your pirate desk, you just gotta do a desk pop.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what a pirate desk is.
It's the desk for pirate. There's always a pirate on the desk.
Pirates use desks? I always thought there were two just...
There's always a desk shift for the desk guy. A girl, a person.
That's where they count their profits on their corn.
The customs of this realm.
It's about $1 a year.
Never
Truth
cease
be
to
told,
amaze me.
there were accountants on pirate ships because there's a lot of shit to. There's a lot of. That was true.
I like to think that they just
responsible
never
money
knew how much gold they have because they can't count. Because that's way
Thanks,
funnier.
man.
How many fistfuls of gold I gotta give you? 2, 3. That's all I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Ruin the pirate economy.
Oh man. Continue while I read what this says. Oh,
I want to
God
read
damn
it.
All right. I thought this time I would submit a feminine character. I don't. Hugh Jane.
She's
She's a decent person, but if you don't know her, you might think she is a hole. Oh, an a-hole. Okay. Her father. God damn it. Rexham Parvenus.
Wait, you gotta spend the points twice if you're naming 2 NPCs. Sorry.
No, I'm okay with this. He gave them a backstory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Made a living selling pinto beans to locals. Then he made a fortune selling anti-gas pills. The same locals, her mother. This is truly the highest of breath. This is the longest fart joke I've ever read, man.
It's
It's a fresh out the box fart joke. All right. Anyone care to interview anybody for no reason? But yeah, continue with your dissemination of information, please.
Oh, that's about it. I guess we ought to get just, I don't know, you guys down to go follow him while he's following them, and we see what's going to happen?
Lawrence, I'm afraid the information that you've told me is a little unclear. Did you say that there was a man in the woods who desk popped and that he's likely one of the nobles? Because I don't know what half of that means.
So there's a man, I think his name was Willie. He seems to be some sort of groundskeeper. Hernes, I don't know exactly what happened, but he got very intense. And he did a desk pop, and he shot his guns. But the important thing is, we think this man, I believe him. We think this man knows more than he's letting on. It's the only lead we have. And honestly, I don't know if Hernes is gonna just murder this man right now, and we need to maybe watch. Just see what's
Hernes
happening.
really wants to murder this guy. I don't know why.
It's like a hostage
I'm
situation.
excited for it.
Well, if Hanas is arrested for his actions, then I will represent him in the court here. I'm not afraid of what Hanasa does. His decisions are his own, and he's made it this long in this realm. I will, however, go inside and speak with some of these nobles. There are 3, I believe, in particular. There are 2 in particular who I would like to speak with. And there are 2 others who I don't quite suspect, but maybe they're worth checking out across the evening.
I could join you then, because I do not want to be sauntering in the woods after this one. I'm concerned that this person we're chasing may have infiltrated the castle, and that could be far more dangerous if it were one of the nobles.
I think we should start with the kitchen. That is where the door leads in, and if anyone has seen a noble come through the kitchen, I'm sure that would be something that they would remember.
We could, of course, split from here, and you two could go make sure we aren't leaving any open ends. And we could go this way.
As you guys are waiting by, like, the back door of the castle, Gandolfo comes out. Ah, here you are. I've been looking for you.
Your timing is impeccable.
I do believe the king would like a word.
We have information we'd like to share with you as well. There has been another murder, this time in the woods. We are trying to figure out exactly who done it. We have a few leads. I know you've been busy today. Have there been any nobles who weren't around? It's perhaps somebody who looked hurried, covered in mud, or simply wasn't about today.
No. Not that I noticed. I mean, there's been so many these days. It's hard to keep track. But yeah, with me, the king would like a word.
And as we walk, you don't mind if I ask you another question, do you?
Sure.
Of the nobles here, who are the best of the hunters, of the huntsmen?
He'll start naming nobles.
Hugenus?
The only one that you have met so far is...
I tried.
No, it's not Eugenus.
Marmon.
Oh, Vitaly Marmon. Yeah. Vitaly Marmon is the only noble on the list that he gives you. He just starts naming, pretty good at the hunt, but he's the only one that you've met.
What of the Sestos? They claim to have a great army and mighty power. And if they haven't been involved in war, then surely they must hunt to hone their skills.
Oh, I mean, what skills? They are the born rich. They began that way. That's how they always were. They never had to earn it. Not like And he'll look at you questioningly. And then he'll just say, me. Because he doesn't think that you're a self-made man. Because you're also born noble, and it's very obvious. But he'll continue walking. But no, there are many who know their way around the woods. A lot of them are here already. They've begun showing up in this past day.
I'm afraid it would be one of our older companions, a guest who's been here previously, not someone who's just arrived. Likely someone who's deeply ingrained themselves within your court and gained enough trust and not to be questioned as they move freely about your castle. I suggest, and may I suggest, you don't have to take my suggestion. I know it's brazen of me to make a suggestion on how you run your kingdom. Might I suggest that while this event is going on, you treat everyone with the same security precaution that you would treat any of the visitors. Anyone who is from this home, who is likely to freely move about, just keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on everyone.
Well, of course. I mean, the king trusts me because I trust no one.
Everyone's extra suspect at this time. I don't know how you can get extra eyes and ears.
When he says that, he'll glare at Balor. And then he'll pop like a half smirk. But he'll keep walking.
I believe your diligence may be the key to solving this case.
I feel like this guy's growing on me. Is he growing on you guys? I like this guy a little bit more. But yeah.
I like this guy right out the gate. I wasn't going to let this guy be an asshole to me, my friend.
This guy's good stuff.
He's totally the villain, calling it now.
Giancarlo? There's a lot of names. It's like names.
There's a lot of names. This is Gandolfo.
Gandolfo Duro.
Gandolfo Duro.
Gandolfo Hard. Got it.
He's a hard man.
To meet them in.
Wanted to ask Solwyn specifically if you would accompany me as my escort through the courtroom. I cannot be wasting my time with more of these marriage requests and what have you. I'm sick and tired of explaining my vow to these thick-headed nobles.
Yes, I should love to represent you.
Are you not allowed to get married?
Nope, I have sworn myself to Washalia,
Oh, nice.
as it were.
A lot of them will know that, I guess, but some of them will still try. Yeah, Duro will shoo you off and be like, yeah, I'll try to get the word out about that.
Thank you.
But I mean, you're much better looking than the peasant girls, and he'll point at a girl who can hear it. And she'll look a little sad about it, but also she's not good looking. So it's like no one knows what to think or say, or it's just an uncomfortable situation. But he'll continue. Hey, Toyzilla Network. Thank you for
It's not fair to compare a cleric of the goddess of beauty with a person who simply works in your castle.
I know, that's what
of course.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure you meant well with your compliment.
At one point, don't forget, this cleric was a simple farm girl herself. The eye of Washalia shines on many of us.
He'll look at the girl, and he'll just shake his head like, psst, and he'll like tisk, and then like keep walking, and she'll just go about her work. It's just an awkward situation. But yeah, so you guys going through the castle, there are a lot of nobles here. You see them being attended to in the courts. There's a lot more servants running around. It looks like maybe they hired some more people, like, what do you call it? Seasonal workers. And opinion like that one. But he'll lead you to the throne room. There's not like a lot of people in there. He's not giving audiences right now, but the king is in there. He's talking to his daughter. And a couple advisors. Oh, good. Good, I've been wanting to speak with you. We have not had a chance to really talk since, you saved me. He'll reach, like, he's still kind of feeble, but his strength is returning to him. Like the King of Rohan, except not as fast. It's a little slower than that. but he'll reach out to Belore, like grab her hands. Thank you so much. I'd
Yes, of
probably
course.
be dead. I'll make sure to make a donation to the temple.
Thank you. That would be greatly appreciated. And I'm glad to see you well and up.
Yeah. My strength is coming back to me slowly, but with my daughter by my side, I'm starting to feel good again. It's just a shame that so much has to happen in these next few days. I'm becoming very worn with the whole situation. And as you can imagine, and he's talking to everyone at this point, whoever's in the room. I believe it's Fishborn. No, you didn't come in here?
I imagine I went with Hernas.
Okay, that's fine. So the two of you are here. But yes, there are so many things happening. So many things can go wrong. And things have already begun to go wrong. Some of our guests coming from the eastern side of the island have had some trouble. I don't have any personnel to really send to go tromping through the woods. But perhaps a smaller group would be able to do what I need. And then after that, one of the men next to him will pull out a map. And he'll start showing you on the map. Here. And these woods over here to the northeast of the Kingswood. These are much more untamed woods. They're not tended to. They're not often traveled. This whole part of the shore is mostly wildlands. But this forest and this road, specifically right here, has played host to bandits. And they have been waylaying our would-be guests. And I'm worried that if word gets out, we'll have a poor showing for when the King of Greystone gets here. And I just don't have... And he'll like kind of trail off, not really wanting to like admit it. I could use some assistance from you, fair heroes. I already know you are more than capable.
Your Highness, we mean no disrespect. We are currently working a job for your advisor, Gandolfo Duro, a job of the utmost secrecy and utmost importance. Something that threatens everyone in this very house. We, however, and I look at Gandolfo, however, we find we should not speak of this until it has been resolved. And we cannot resolve this issue while away from the castle.
I really must insist. This is very important.
I understand, and I thought you may say that, so I have brought a second option, and I hope this suits your...
Okay.
I really hope this suits your... my proposal suits your friend words that are good. May we bring some of the other nobles who are skilled hunters and skilled combatants along with us? I know that part of this ceremony will be, hopefully, your daughter finding hand in marriage. What better way than to have one of these noble heroes go with us and help us clear the bandits from your land?
When you say this, the princess's face shows, like, obvious, like, what? No. Like, that's gross. But, I mean, you know.
I should request that Vitali Marmon, as well as Tuliano Sesto, accompany us in this adventure. And only in this way shall I feel your house safe enough in my absence.
Godolpho will speak up. My lord, I mean, obviously you can order them to do whatever you like, but, I mean, to force noble sons into the woods to fight bandits, I mean, that could be frowned upon. And the king will think about this. Go ahead and give me a communication check here. It's going to be on the more difficult side.
I've rolled a 9, which is not very good.
Not a good start, but there's a lot of 9s and 8s going on tonight.
Man.
It's interesting.
Then I went and checked the chat. No boons yet tonight, so I don't have a re-roll on that.
Hey, at least we haven't had to fight a tough enemy.
Yeah, you have to fight a tough enemy yet.
Yeah.
Conversation is my enemy. That's why I picked a noble.
I'm sorry. The king will nod. Well, I'm sure you have the best of intentions. I can merely have Gandolfo request it. I cannot force them to do anything. I mean, I can, but I fear it might damage relations. So,
Whichever of them would not accept this noble quest to defend your land, I should request that extra security placement or monitoring be placed on them if they cannot accompany us themselves.
give me another communication check. Okay.
16 that time.
This is reasonable. While I do not like casting suspicion on those of the noble houses, they are not above crime or the laws. And I have come to... Well, you have done a lot for the kingdom already. If you say that there is a possibility of a threat, we can keep a closer eye.
We seek to do more to continue to defend your kingdom in the future. Thank you for hearing my request.
He'll do like a very light bow, just barely, and all of you are expected to bow more. In case you didn't.
Oh
know.
yeah, I do.
Everybody bows a lot. No one bows lower than Gandolfo. Like, you're like, damn, how though?
Are you sure?
Yeah, that dude's face is almost touching the floor.
We might get into it because I'll do a high elf.
Guys are doing super fast.
At some point, you're just kowtowing. You're just laying on your belly with your head on the floor.
It just becomes a limbo at some point. The music kicks up. Someone grabs a stick.
Beetlejuice. Because of the
I don't know.
chickaboom. Yeah. So you are all dismissed. Do you leave? I can't make you do it, but
Yeah, I don't have anything else
if you
to
stay,
say.
it'd be awkward. Okay. But yeah, the princess will like kind of wave at you guys. Be like, be careful.
Don't tell me what to do.
And
Now
she'll
we have to
say,
go-
she will mention
Find
if
that master.
she'll mention like quietly to you if Vitali does accept, because he's foolish in that way. Make sure he makes it back safe, okay? He's a friend of mine.
Don't make sure. Accident.
We will do our best, princess. I've been told he's your friend from far back.
Yeah. She's gonna give you something. I don't know what it is yet. She's gonna hand you a thing.
A trinket.
Yeah, I just feel like she would. So I'm gonna figure it out, and then I'm gonna hand you a thing. It's your own ass. She hands it to you,
Wow, cool. That's a cool trinket.
and then she just lays into you.
Oh, I like that. What a very cool scene this is becoming.
But yeah, so you're dismissed, and you can easily find your compatriots if you so wish it. Stalking
We're gonna
Bartolo.
try to get back out there and holler at them before they stalk off into the woods too far.
They're not very far because Bartolo is focusing on the grounds like immediately in the castle. We'll say he's in the garden where all the nobles are like shearing the bushes.
As I've been following around this guy, do I notice anyone else sneaking about or doing anything suspicious other than him? Like just because we're out in the open, I'm just seeing if we notice if me and Lawrence see anything weird out here. I would doubt it, but it's worth asking.
Give me a perception check.
Sure. Perception. Fucking hell. 10.
You see a guy sneak off.
A guy snuck off?
Yeah, a guy like looked around, suspiciously,
Hey,
and like kind
if
of.
that was success, that means you get the stunt point on that too.
One whole stump point. But
One whole stunt point.
I'll bun mod that, as it were. In that, Hernas will just he'll glance at Lawrence, meet him in the eyes, and then glance in the direction of the guy who disappeared, and just sort of hint, might want to see who that is.
He like looks around, and then he like sneaks off into the like hedge maze. It's not really a maze; it's just kind of like a hedged-in area. There's like benches and stuff.
Like a hedge garden or like a rose garden.
Yeah, it's
With
like
hedges
yeah,
in it.
it's a more private part of the rose garden.
How about you catch up to him, and I'll head him off.
Sounds good to me, mate.
From
Into
the
the night.
waving, from our waving high note, I'll wave at you guys as you shout, and I point. I kind of make this gesture toward the direction we're headed, and I start sneaking off.
You guys stalk in.
This guy's just getting a drink or taking a smoke or something. We're just bugging this guy.
It seems that we left them alone too long and they found something interesting.
Let's hope it's not the kind of interesting we saw last time. But let's go.
You're in the bushes. While you're doing this, you hear a woman let out a yelp.
What does it sound like?
Like, ah!
Okay. Who's it closest to?
You're both equally. You're like closing in like a pincer maneuver.
Oh, it's where we're going.
Yeah, that's where you
It's in
go.
the same direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
To where the man
Pincer.
disappeared to.
Let's pincer it.
Yeah, I'll rush in, level my rifle quickly, because maybe he's trying to kill somebody.
All Ukraine in, and I will also be armed and ready.
So you guys just leap in, weapons out, and you catch a young man holding a woman in his arms, and they're having themselves a snog.
Oh, I got room for two more. Just kidding. Well, we were following you through the woods, but no, we're gonna get out. Sorry about that.
She's gonna hit the man and be like, "You said no one saw you." And she's gonna like get up and like walk off in a huff. Be like, "Thanks a lot, man."
Learn to sneak better, friend. I'll kind of just start walking away, pat Lawrence on the shoulder. Well.
That's what a 10 gets you.
Yeah, honestly, mate, I was just following the orc. I think this is how it gets its rocks off, is watching people have a go. So, I'm sorry about that.
I'll return with our high elf clerically touched friend and get away from our other touched friend.
The king has tasked
Touched
us
in the
to
head.
leave this castle immediately, head east on the roads and clear the roads of bandits. I've requested that the most suspicious of the nobles accompany us. However, such things cannot be guaranteed as the nobles outclass us, and the king will not order them to their possible injury or death. We, however, have been ordered to go east and deal with this bandit problem. I've asked for extra security measures to be implemented on the most suspicious. If they join us.
Is he paying us in any fashion? Because last I checked, I'm of the Nagami tribe. I'm no subject of this foreign king.
I am afraid that due to local diplomacy while we're in this land, we must abide by this kingdom's rules. This king is the king of this land. Whether or not you are a servant here is not in question. He is the king and has commanded we go east and deal with this problem.
I mean, also, odds are he'll probably give you something.
Yeah, he probably would. He did not offer anything, however, he didn't seem to do this.
It's kind of
out of
implied. I don't
malice.
know. I feel like when a king tells you to do a thing, like money's implied.
He did not send us out of malice or disdain, so I would suspect that something will be given. I just didn't think it was the right time.
Yeah, always trust that the autocrat will take care of you in the end. That's a good message.
They do take care of the top dogs.
Sometimes.
Well,
Yeah.
I think if you wish to go and attend to the whims of a king who owes us one, I will aid you two in your efforts to keep you safe. But my gun is being fired, unless it's being paid for or it's fighting for something worth my time. An orc's rifle doesn't fire for some foreign king. Not unless he's about actually conquered my tribe. Let's keep that straight.
Let's not forget, though, that this foreign king is, maintaining a diplomatic relationship with this foreign king will help us reclaim a foreign throne that incidentally could ruin all of our lives from within our nightmares. I think that firing your rifle at the whims of a king in this foreign land might suit us to firing our rifles at the nightmarish demons that seem to be threatening this realm from this one's kingdom.
That's why I'm willing to help you. I just don't see... this king has not engendered any trust in me by ordering me around. A less diplomatic orc would tell him to stuff it where it doesn't shine. But
Yes.
I'm trying to be understanding of...
Consider myself blessed not to travel with a less diplomatic orc. And I thank you for seeing us at least halfway in this matter, Hanasa.
I think a more traditional orc would have just robbed you, I think. You have nice things.
Thank you.
She gave you a compass, Gary.
Okay,
Nice compass,
somebody
by
gave
the
you a
way.
compass.
Oh, and the princess has given us this trinket, a compass from her very collection. Does anyone
Oh,
have a need or want for a compass?
Oh, thanks. A compass.
Well, there's no interest, and of course
I'm gonna make
I'll
you
hold on to
eat
our
those.
compass.
I will...
Ooh,
I
which way
normally
is east?
navigate... I don't have terrible need for a compass, I'll admit. I navigate by stars and sun, so I should be fine, but it is a useful tool if you intend to
In
be
the
out and about.
woods,
so
there
you don't
are
get lost.
neither.
I have natural lore.
There-
I know what
Look
directions
up!
are.
What do you mean neither?
Not where you're going. All right, so
If there are no stars or sun, we're not on this planet anymore. Sir, I refuse.
stick trees, man. But yeah,
Dang, wait, but in the last campaign we played, one of my characters thinks that they always knew where True North was, and it never became
yeah.
It's of no interest.
Home?
If
Perhaps.
it's of no interest to anyone else, I can hold on to the compass.
Yes, yeah.
At the very least, a token of her appreciation.
Just throw it in the trash. I don't care anymore. I'm over it.
See, there's a noble I respect. Someone who's actually willing to pay you for your work rather than just promise, just imply it rather nicely.
She's related to the same guy.
All right, I
Yeah.
took it off my character sheet and I posted it in the chat like I traded it to you.
Yes. I'll copy and paste it to fill the
I'm
trade.
reporting you for illegal
This is
trades.
The princess is
Immersive
going to
RPG.
see this, and she's going to be hurt emotionally. No, I'm just kidding. So,
Romance path locked.
you agree to head on down the trail to deal with this bandit situation.
I will stalk the elf I should have robbed several sessions ago.
Are you going to... Is it just y'all heading out? Like, that's your plan? You doing anything? You asking for anything? You taking anything?
We're gonna wait here a minute in case one of those nobles is gonna come with us. Give him time to get his backpack together, get his gear together.
Also, how far away is this place they want us to go? Is it like a day or so away, or is it pretty close?
It's probably a couple days travel.
Okay.
On foot.
Crap. So when we'll probably want to speak with the groundskeeper for some food. I can hunt, but it's probably good to have some supplies while we go. I probably shouldn't talk to him because I did basically threaten to put a hole through him.
Hey,
Yes, earlier I
asshole.
saw
Got
you
your
shoot
food.
a gun.
Yeah.
Earlier, I was just about to walk in the castle when I saw you level your rifle and fire a blast over his head. That was something. And then you pulled a pistol on him when the guards ran up on you. Yes, I think I shall speak to him. It's a great idea.
Vitaly Mamone will show up.
Oh shit!
Which one's
as
he?
As he's walking out, I'll lean to you guys and be like, "Hey, this guy was the princess's one of her best friends growing up. They have a very close relationship, and I suspect that he's the one behind a lot of this dark magic. He's my number one suspect, so I'm happy to have him along."
You there?
It's
You know how to
traffic.
tramp through the woods? Or you just like wearing fancy clothing?
Oh, I'm quite familiar with traipsing through the woods. He'll say kind of snarkily.
I look at you guys and like open my eyes really big, like, see?
Oh yeah, he loves traipsing through the princess's brush, I tell you.
But yeah, so he's kind of a tallish guy, handsome, brown hair, wearing green velvet, like top to bottom. He's got like a white shirt underneath. I imagine there's some like gold filigree going on. I don't know how clothes work.
He's wearing green velvet?
Yeah, he's wearing green velvet.
What's that crushed velvet? He's breaking the trend.
I don't know a lot of fancy cloth.
No, that's just he looks like a leprechaun.
he's
He's a very fancy man.
No, he's his clothes look more like they're poofier. He's got like the poofy
Yeah, he looks like
shoulders.
he looks like an asshole. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like an asshole. Yeah.
Like this.
Does his boots look like?
an asshole?
Do his boots look like the kind you'd use for walking about for long walks? Like does he look like he's
wearing the
prepared for a
proper.
long
He's
journey?
wearing the proper shoes.
got-
He does seem prepared.
He got Tim's? You got the Tim's on?
He's got his Timbs on.
Okay.
He's gonna go put his rims on.
See, from you, I hear he has his Timbs on. I'm imagining these little donut holes on his feet, and I'm very confused.
Oh, sorry. Culture gap right there.
He had Timmy's on his feet? The hell? Anyway.
Hey there, welcome to Tim Hortons. Don't you know? But
Be
yeah.
here, don't you know?
So he shows up. You guys get food from the groundkeeper.
Cool.
He gives it to Solwyn. I mean, he's not the nicest guy, but he gives it to you. Do you need anything else? Are you gonna go on foot?
Are there extra horses that we could take? The king has asked us to take care of a problem in the east, and it would save us quite a few days' travel if we could borrow some horses.
Yeah, you could go talk to Emilio. Yeah, I guess, I mean, that would kind of help me out. I wouldn't have to take care of so damn many. He'll look, some noble will look at him when he's walking by, like, what'd you just say? And he'd be like, hey, have a good day, sir. And be like,
Please
yeah,
tip me.
get some of these horses out of here. Yeah. You can have these ones. He'll point at a couple.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much.
You have that calm one again that I rode last time?
No, she died.
Oh.
I'm just messing with you. Here you go.
Oh.
Here's
Jesus.
he'll hand you the reins.
Ravishing sense of
the-
humor.
Ravishing.
Emilio
humor
is
with
the
that.
only person I care about in this entire campaign so far.
I see
Hey,
how it
everyone
is.
gets
Screw you
one.
too, man. Yes. I will mount up and be ready to ride.
Do you need extra water for your fish boy?
I think he's got his own spray bottle to keep himself misted.
Yeah, every time nobody's looking, I get myself all wet, so it's alright.
Yeah, do you really want him describing that more often?
Yeah, you don't want to know. I got it down to a science. You don't want to know how to do it.
Emilio was just curious. He was just curious. He didn't know. He doesn't know.
He's got a canteen with a mister on the top. Leather canteen, plastic mister.
We just need enough feed and for the horses for about a day or two.
He'll get it, but he'll be like, okay, but now go away though, and like he'll give you the food. and he'll go back to working. He looks, I mean, he's sweaty. He's been working his ass off all day. Yeah.
And we take that piece of crap caught there, too. Just like that piece of crap.
Why are we bringing on a bloody cart?
Just to carry all the food. I'm not going to carry it.
Use the saddlebags.
This is 3 days worth of horse food, 3 days worth of people food.
You can fit it in your saddlebags. It'll be okay. 3 days
Look,
isn't
there's
that
a
long.
flap. You put it in
What if
here.
we
The
bring
food goes
back-
in here.
What if we bring back bandit prisoners? What do you
You tie
suggest
him on the back
we
of the
do? Just
horse.
kill them all, or just let them go?
Yeah, I'm all right with killing most of them.
Emilio, can I take this cart here, please? Is this cart? Is that okay? Or
No, that's
you-
my good cart. You can take that cart over there.
That's yeah.
I will point out to you, though, so we will move slower, like walking pace with the cart, whereas the horses were speeding us up.
I walk over to the cart and pull the pin that has the cart connected to the horse, and I just throw the pin like into a stack of hay. We won't be
Hey!
caught then.
What did I do?
You said you'd have less work, you'd have less horses. That should give you time to go through the hay bale and find the cart key. I'm sorry
Yeah, that's what
for
I
my
want to be
action.
doing with my free time. Yeah.
It's better than shoveling horse crap, and I told you I'm sorry for my actions,
Not
but it has
by
been cast.
enough. But okay, have a good day, sir.
If you light that horse, if you light the hay on fire, only the key will be left.
Please do not set the hay on
I'm
fire.
not going to set the hay on fire.
It would save you time. Looking for-
Emilio, normally I would think this is hilarious, but I like you and I'm very sorry that this has happened to you.
Just
Fine.
get out of here.
Give me a moment, and I will go search through the hay. I'll find the bit.
You'll find the pin. It's bigger than a needle. It's not too hard to find.
This is why
Oh,
orcs don't have
boy.
nobles.
And then you all head off into the woods on your horses.
You sure?
On your 3-day travel, or well, on your 2-day travel, to the point of interest. And that's where we're gonna have our break. This has been pretty funny so far. I've been laughing a lot. Thank you everyone for watching. Join in the hilarity, or don't. I don't care. Yeah,
Don't forget, you can boon or doom. You can make us fail. You can make us succeed. You can name characters. You can kind of help craft the
man.
narrative of our game. We like people to participate and play along. So get involved, type things, say things, and we might use some of your suggestions because we're improv-y people on top of everything else.
What was Hugh Janus's last name? Oh,
That
Nuss.
is-
Okay.
Yeah,
Nuss,
that is
yeah.
Janus's name.
Hugh Jane?
Jane Nuss.
Hugh Jane.
We'll be back in 5 to 7 minutes with characters named by the audience like Hugh Janus.
Mayor John Mayer.
See you in a second.
Fresh out the box. Fresh out the box. out the box. One, two, 3, 4. I'm fresh out the box. I'm fresh out the box.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Fresh Out the Box Plays Fantasy Age. We're geared up publishing out Johanna.
It's me, Casualty CDG, the co-host of Fresh Out the Box and Fresh Out the Podcast. But since it's Thursday, that means it's Thursdayge, and we're playing one of our favorite Age games, Fantasy Age, and I'll be reprising my role as Solwyn.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, and I am reprising my role as Hernasa, the Orcish Arquebusier.
And alongside the Orcish Arquebusier is me, Aaron Baumier, with Adventure Slaying Productions, coming back with some more Belore.
And it's me, your music person, Kian, having technical difficulties on the cellular. Not going to do it sideways, because then it's really, I don't know, maybe uncomfortable. I don't like this. Let's play some games!
Yeah. Hey, you guys headed on out. You travel east on the road, past the Kingswood, towards the rest of this continent, to see what else this place has to offer. You will see some people pass by on their way to the kingdom, and they'll cast a wary glance your way, but they'll keep on going.
You there? I'll call out to one of them.
They'll stop far away. Yeah?
I'm gonna try to roll contacts. Maybe because wanderers, I might actually know one of these people. Communications persuasion. You know what focus I took? Not persuasion.
I do know that.
That's Constitution.
Yeah,
That's the wrong number.
You do not
So-
know this guy.
That's 7. Not 8. Never mind.
You do not know this guy.
Have you seen any brigands or bandits out the way you came?
You can say that. Barely got out of there.
Oh. Do you know where? How far back they are?
About a day's ride that way.
Was there many of them?
There was enough of them, that's for sure. It's hard to tell how many. They didn't all come out, but
They look like proper guard types. You know, metal and big shield and sword. They just brigands with whatever leather and wood they were able to fire at you.
yeah, they look like they had borrowed leathers, old swords. I don't know. I'm not much for that kind of thing. But we paid
Hey.
the toll and we got by, so
What they charging on this road?
depends on how much you got.
Ha! All right then. How much you pay?
I mean,
We're not charging it. We're not charging it. We're out here to clear them out. Just want to know what they're guilty of is all.
they took me for about, a third.
Third of your whole group.
Yeah, a third of our wares.
All right then. If we find any of the wares, we can try to scoop them for you. But we'll see. We have to find them first.
All right.
What's
He's
your-
looking at you suspiciously still, and they'll like step to the side of the road, like they'll take their horses to the side and wait for you to pass, and they'll watch you the whole time.
Are you heading to the castle city?
Yeah, that'll be correct.
All right. If we find your stuff, we'll come looking around for you.
We'd appreciate it.
I know.
He'll point to one of his barrels. He'll show there's a mark on it. A maker's
I'll
mark.
ride a little closer, and I'll just kind of lean in my saddle to kind of give it a good look, so I get a nice, good.
It's like we're the
view of it.
bandits. Ah, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
I'm in New Brunswick. Province is like a
Brunswick?
state, except
I know what a
different
province
system.
is.
No, he doesn't. It's okay to not know things, Jahan.
Look, I don't mind educating the Yanks down south.
Whatever.
Yeah, we have bad education. We're from the south. Like, you're right. How different?
Whatever.
Multicultural stream.
I battled Corbinian in Marvel Snap while we were on break. His name is the Poutine Barbecue.
Don't
So, is it
lie,
really,
don't play
so
trash.
everybody has this game?
I
do
don't.
not.
I'm just kidding. I didn't actually play him. I was just making fun of. I did fight a guy named Poutine Barbecue. It made me think of my Canadian friend. Yeah. So
Oh, it's back.
it is back. Hi, everybody.
Hey!
Yeah, that's a spicy internet.
Wait,
we're
the
back.
stream was down?
Yeah, the stream was down for a bit of.
Yeah. So I was talking crap.
I had no idea.
That's why we're all talking about how the stream was down and how the internet was
I
bad.
was like, this is a really weird conversation we're having.
Like, wow, you guys derailed immediately.
Weird time to talk about the internet being down. So you are able to find a camp spot just off the road. You can see where other people have made camp here. And you spend the night.
Have any of you dealt with bandits out in the woods before? I don't know if they're like that in the Fey realm.
No, they're quite different. I imagine your bandits are just simple human highwaymen wearing leather armor, demanding gold and treasure, whatnot. That's simple.
Me and my dead best friend Hector Adonis, whose ashes I carry with me everywhere I go, have faced many a highwayman and many a rival pirate. I'll keep on the lookout.
Mm.
You know, I haven't truly dealt with any in combat, but of course, would rather like to get them toward a temple and see if there's another way they can get their needs met than having to rob the travelers on the roads.
I'm gonna
Well,
show them
there's-
the way of God.
The beauty of Washalia.
There's 3 reasons a wanderer takes to highway robbery. They're desperate, and they're hungry, and they just need some food. They're actually organized, and they're a forward force for some army or some such. Or they're just terrible people who just like robbing people, and they're kind of good at it. They don't sound terribly great at it because they're not in metal, and they don't sound professional. So I'm guessing it's the first or the last. I don't think they're
Unprepared for
part of
all
any military.
outcomes.
What was that? Sorry.
I am prepared for all outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
All of you take turns watching. It's a pretty uneventful evening. You take your rest. You continue on early in the morning. You will continue your day of travel. You don't see anybody for the morning or the afternoon. But towards the end of the afternoon, once it starts getting towards that evening time, you come across... This whole time you're walking through a wooded trail. It is covered by trees. So you are walking through the forest. Up ahead in the road, there is a man standing there with his hands on his belt.
I am going to unhorse and immediately skirt into the woods and hide.
Skirt! Go ahead and hide.
Stealth. Bang. There we go. Now I'm rolling decently.
Oh, that's not bad.
The rest of us just keep on riding past him, I guess, with his horse in tow. See if he makes a move.
I mean, as soon as you approach, like, before you get too close to him, he's going to put his hand out. Whoa, 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 whoa there, travelers.
Greetings.
Hello, NPC.
My name is Solwyn, and I come on behalf of the king.
The king, huh?
Yes, indeed. The king.
Well, that's very good indeed. These are dangerous roads you travel. I thought it only fair to warn you.
Yes, that's exactly what we're here to investigate. We've heard of dangers amongst these roads, and let me tell you now, this is not the season for danger amongst these roads.
It is a dangerous time to walk these roads. That is true. That is why we are here as well. You'll see just a couple other guys will be like in the trees, like, and they'll kind of acknowledge you.
Yes, and what dangers is it you find yourself fighting in this part?
Well, so far it has been pretty safe, but we are here to make sure it stays that way. And as you can imagine, things like this, they become very costly very quickly.
Yes.
So
it's
we're
expensive
simply
to run
asking for donations.
It can become expensive to run a
Can we
remote
with you?
operation like this. I understand. There are proper networks to go through to get funding to run a security operation like this. Outposts, King's Guard, military service, things like that.
Terribly sorry, sir, but we cannot wait for the slow wheels of bureaucracy to turn to our favor. So
Perhaps I could speak with the King's advisor for you. You see, we are, as I told you, here on behalf of the King. And we did not come with a retinue of guards or militia armed with blades. We seek to help you and to change your fortune in whichever way we can.
We'll see you traveled
Gotcha.
that spit of road, heading towards here safely, I imagine. And that was because of us. You've already traveled on our highway, and we must insist that you pay the tax. Otherwise, this whole endeavor would be unsustainable.
Afraid there's a miscommunication in our conversation.
And one of
should-
the guys in the trees is like kind of like chuckling. Oh, he's like,
I should very much like to change the favor of you and your men in a direct way. What can we do to make your lives complete so you're not having to live along this muddy, horrible road? Something where you could settle down, have a life.
oh yeah,
Surely
yeah,
we can help.
Touch some ground.
yeah. Money would help with that. Yeah, it's real good.
Oh yes, but money only solves today's problem. What about something long-term, like a farm, livestock?
Yeah, you can get those things with money.
John, I'm gonna perception look around, try to search around the road to see how many of these.
Good. You see the three that are kind of in the open, and then you see another one with a bow hiding.
Is his bow knocked?
Yeah, it's
Not
knocked.
the drawn, but it's knocked.
Yeah, it's knocked.
I'm gonna sneak up so I'm within shooting range of
And
him.
then
Oh,
you feel a sword against your back.
Someone's getting shot at.
Probably.
I'm gonna draw my pistol and shoot the guy behind me.
Okay. But he gets to attack you first because he has the drop. Probably. Yeah. So, because he did see you.
Yeah. Man, good eyes.
Yeah,
Good perception roll. Very possible.
I got one of the
but
best
damn.
rolls possible.
Damn.
I got up there.
Damn.
They're not that good at perception. Yeah. So he's gonna attack you with a long sword. Boom. Eat it. That's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hit with stunt point.
Come at me.
Oh boy. I'm rolling the opposite of how y'all were rolling right now.
Yeah, all our luck was from our session yesterday.
Yeah.
We just blew it.
That's right. Gone now.
Oh, here it is. Here you go.
That's how probability works.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to. Yeah, screw it. He got 5 stun points. He's gonna dump them all right into your face.
Okay.
So do you have any damage resistance here?
Armor 3.
Armor 3. So I'm about to tell you a number, and you're gonna remove 3 from it.
Cool.
15. He has you at a disadvantage, and you go to shoot him, and he just sticks his sword in you. He sticks it in you real good like.
Rib sticking good.
They do not normally do this much damage.
Oh, he just got me good.
He's
He
got you good.
Dropping me.
Wait, did Hernaz? Sorry, I don't. Did we hear a gunshot? Is there a gunshot
Not
at
yet.
any point?
Not yet.
There's a stabby, bleedy sound.
Yikes.
So, I get stabbed. He's not holding me or anything, is he?
No, he just he puts his sword on your like shoulder, and you like whip around real quick, and he's just like screw it and stabs you. But he's not holding
As he stabs me, I'll back off a little bit as he stabs me as I kind of slump, and I'll kind of level the and I'll just kind of I don't take aim. I just kind of turn and point it near his chest and fire the arquebus at him.
Okay.
Is his dexterity 1 or 0?
Yes.
Or -1?
It is.
I get extra damage if I hit him.
Can I draw my weapons and just be prepared near the other guy?
I mean, in a second, once the gunshot goes off. Which is now. 12 does hit. Yeah, it hits.
8. Takes 8. Wow, that's a terrible roll. 8 plus...
Guns don't do piercing or anything, do they?
No, I have to spend for that. I need stun points to do that. I do an extra 1d6 because my dex is higher than his.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Nice.
So he takes a total of 10 because a pinpoint attack.
Nice.
Oh, if I had 1 stun point, I could pierce his armor. Oh well. So
Bang!
bang.
You guys hear a gunshot go off in the woods. Everyone go ahead and roll some initiatives here. We're gonna get into regular initiatives now. That's pretty good. Gary. It's pretty good.
Damn, yeah, Solon was ready to go. And I was thinking in my mind the whole time that all we're waiting is for Hanasa to get into position. And then that's what happens. So yeah, the dice don't lie.
Get down.
What am I missing here?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, Valor was first. I just missed that one. Alright. Alrighty. This is Solon. This is Balor and Kian. Which one of you has the higher dexterity? They are tied, so I'll give it to Balor because you got stun points.
Cool.
On.
Balor, Lowry, and then
Seize initiative, by the way.
Harness. You're seasoning shit?
Seizing initiative because I have 4 stun points.
Gotcha.
It's season shit.
So that means you go first.
Yep.
Okay.
Season shit was actually the name of Mario Batali's first restaurant.
Thank you.
Do you not have some points left over from last time? Oh.
Oh yeah. Also, Aaron got boon earlier. Oh, you saw. Okay.
Yes, I did. Very appreciated.
Only
probably-
No,
Aaron. It was funny.
Those points would have poofed off there, Avenging Penguin, because it was for a roll earlier on.
So we're gonna start the initiative off with Sloan. You shoot this guy in the chest. I mean, he takes it. You see blood come out from under his armor, but the leather did kind of catch a lot of the buckshot. But he is very hurt.
I'll draw one of my pistols and pack. I would take time to aim, but I don't have time. 12.
That's a hit.
7 plus 6.
Oh, geez, there you go.
Nice.
He looks stunned by the first gunshot. He looks at you. You just dome him right in the top of the head. We'll do it in silhouette. It'll be like a slow-mo shadow of goo. Very artistic. There's some squirrel that just gets like we'll just show it from the squirrel's perspective. He just gets covered in blood. He's like, ah! And he runs away.
Time to die at the hands of Hernas bandits.
Jeez. I mean, that guy's very dead. Solwyn. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, right in front of the guy, to that main villain I was talking to. This was your chance to surrender. Your chance to live your wildest dreams. Instead, you will deal with your living nightmare. And I step backwards and disappear.
Nice.
They got a wizard.
Mage, uneducated curb, or whatever.
Belore.
Sort of like at the same time as those words, and just after those 2 gunshots, I go ahead and draw the Morning Star and give it a twirl and raise it actually up and cast Hero's Armor, calling upon Bashalia for protection.
Call upon Belore yourself. I am a
Call upon
god.
myself.
Oh,
I am
That's
not
right.
even kidding you. If I was one of these guys, this is when I would start pissing myself.
That was
Like,
that was
uh-oh,
the
we
best
fucked
roll
three
possible.
times.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. So
Pretty much.
you.
So I'm going to make it cost 0. I'm going to spend all my stun points to take all the cost off to nullify it entirely and get 5 armor for that. And
You
step
specifically?
up. Yeah, just me. It's a self. Or it's a 1 person. As I step up to the front line to be like, yeah.
Lords.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, there's one guy in the middle of the road who's been talking. There's 2 guys like leaning on trees, like not too far off the road. They're pretty close. They're within like 5 feet of the main guy, and then you don't see anybody else.
Lawrence is gonna all out just fucking run at those 2 guys, screaming with both swords in his hands, like sparking them on the ground. And how did that go? If he fights him,
That's a
I
hit.
think is how that goes. And then
You're gonna hit the guy that was talking.
The 2 guys that were leaning.
Oh, you're gonna go hit one of the guys that was leaning.
Yeah, I'm hitting them before they catch on to what's happening.
They're on opposite sides of the road, so I'll assume you go for one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you run up, you hit, you do 6. Is that all you do?
Plus 2.
Plus
Because
2. Okay.
all out and plus blah blah. Great job, Lawrence. You really.
You run up, you slash him, and you nick his face a little bit. You hit his armor mostly, but you do get him a little. He gets ready to battle. It's their turn now, so he'll fight you immediately. Let's see. What's your defense?
11.
He hits you with a longsword attack for 7.
And then 4 armor, so 3.
So 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Even though you didn't do a ton of damage, you're still them because you can take more damage than all of us combined. I think.
Pretty much, yeah. You have a lot of health.
Yeah, that's why I can be an asshole and just run in a random dude and trust
I
that it'll
can
be
do that.
okay.
I'm almost dead.
Yeah.
An arrow is going to fly in from the woods, and it's going to be aimed at Belor. Belor, what's your defense?
11.
It hits you. For 8. You have 5 armor, so you take 3.
And once again, you see like the golden visage of this like fully plated warrior with like this kind of flowing hair step out of Balor's body with a shield raised. The arrow hits the shield and shatters the visage as it lessens the impact for only 3 points of damage.
Only 3 points. Yeah, it definitely helped a lot.
Take it.
The main guy talking, Balor, you're the closest visible. No, he's going to go help fight the fish man. Because he's the closest to be able to help fight the fish man. Fishman! Fishman's about to get the business.
Give me the business.
Give
me the business, mate.
I got stunt points. $13.
And without armor, so just 9.
Yeah.
36.
So that guy comes up hitched pretty good. Man, I'm rolling well.
Okay.
Not a good thing. But yeah,
Well,
the guy that was leaning on a tree, he is now, Balor is kind of on his way to the rest of the combat. Because they can't see Solon and they don't know where Hernas is. So, gonna come for you. You know how you rolled the best roll possible earlier? I also rolled that. So, let me go ahead.
Trip sexes.
This is the 3rd time I've gotten 5 or more stunt points in this combat.
Oh, that's rough. It's very rough.
16 damage. This guy runs off the tree, whips out a sword, and does like a full, like he does like a half flip, and just like out of like sheer adrenaline because you guys are busting out all this magic, just clocks you with this long sword. And you can see that fear is what's driving him. They were not prepared for this fight. It was a 1 in a million.
Yeah. Who'd that smack?
Balor.
Yeah.
For a total of 11 after her armor.
Still though, yikes.
It's pretty. Yeah, I'm really happy you
pretty
have
hit.
that armor. So, but that was it. That was all of them. They have all gone. The 3 that you can see, and then the 1 hiding in the woods with a bow. Back to the top of the order, Hernas.
Is the guy with the bow within 8 meters of me? I forget what the measurement is. This. It's within 16.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Fudge.
Sounds right.
I'll take my chances. I'm gonna draw my second pistol, and I'm gonna just chance it and fire at him. I'm at a penalty because I'm at the second range increment.
Yeah. Good.
So I think that's -1. I'll double check. Yeah, 10.
He's going to duck behind a tree and be like, oh, you're the only person that sees the archer. But your bullet hits the bark of a tree he's hiding behind. He is using it as cover, so it kind of works that you missed.
Bowman behind the tree!
Solwyn. He says tree, there's a lot of them, but you also hear a gunshot and hear a bullet hit a tree somewhere. So
I am going to look around further behind their lines. Are there tents around here? Chests? Anything? Their
No.
camp?
there's no sign of a camp anywhere near here that you can see.
I am going to throw a displacement spell on Belor.
Oh, nice.
And continue to step away a little bit further.
Do you get to stay invisible when you do that?
Let me double check the wording. I don't think so. When invisible, the
That'd be
subject
pretty high.
can still be detected. You're get a +5 defense if they do try to attack you. An invisible character that makes an attack or casts an attack spell. So
It's not an attack spell. You can do it.
You don't break invisibility.
That's pretty sick. All right.
Yes, because displacement is considered a defense spell.
Your
Illusion
kit is
defense.
working, dog. That's cool.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
So let's throw these dice. I did it. I rolled a success.
Yep.
So you get +2 defense to melee and +5 to ranged attacks.
Nice.
I'm going to copy the wording in here too, because
And
there's
that's
a little
that's
bit more.
defense, not armor, which is arguably just as important. So,
So once they miss Jahan, this is for the DM. Once they miss her, they realize that she's not where she's supposed to be. So then they can make a perception test to figure out where she's at.
fair enough.
But they have to miss first.
It's pretty sick, man. It's pretty sick. Good turn. Balor, you were displaced. You kind of notice at this point because you've seen it before.
Yes. And so I try to follow that call out, both from being hit by the arrow and the shot and everything, right?
There is also a guy up on you.
Oh, he came up. Okay, I misunderstood
Guy
there for a
went-
second.
No, the archer is in
I
the
was reading
trees.
what I should do when it came to this point, and I missed an important detail there.
The archer is in the trees. The guy that hit you for like 11 has a sword and ran at you.
Okay, cool. In that case, yeah, we're just gonna engage in that, and we're going to, after recoiling from the blow, step into a graceful step, twirl, and drop the Morning Star down once again.
Drop it on his face.
That is 9, but I'm gonna go ahead and spend that boon because
You're
there's
gonna add a
potential
+2?
stun points in there. If it's not, I mean, to metagame, if a +2 will do it, we'll just do that instead of a reroll.
+2. So you will hit. You do get the stun points with your boon.
3. I'm
Thank
trying to
you,
remember.
Penguin, I believe.
Yes, thank you very much. 3, Mighty Blow. We're gonna go ahead and do a Mighty Blow, add an extra D6, and hold on, let me see this really quick.
Pretty excited.
Can I make an argument? Can I use Stay Aware to add one more point to my range defense?
Stay aware. The stunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stay aware. You take a moment. Blah blah blah.
I guess I have to make the perception test.
Yeah, if you want to use stay aware to like stay present of arrows coming at you, yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Perfect. Just got it on the test, so that'll kick in, and then we'll roll that damage. That is 13 points of delightful Morning Star to the
It's not
face.
bad. This is not bad.
As I bring in the counterattack.
Congratulations, your bad guy's the most hurt out of all the bad guys right now.
Yes.
To be fair, though, Hernas did kill one. Go ahead. Lawrence Fishburne!
I'm gonna keep attacking the one I started attacking. Try and
Road
chip
band.
away. Yeah, the one I just violently assaulted.
That's a hit.
Let me see. Get all my oh, that is a hit. No stun points though.
No stun points.
Yeah, we're getting rough rolls on that.
Can I break the fourth wall and ask a question I've always wanted to ask, but then I keep forgetting to ask and I don't want to look dumb? How do stun points work? Like, how is that calculated?
So, that third dice, you get that many stunt points if you have doubles.
So it's only the third one, and it hit. Okay, got
You
it.
see how the third one's a
That
different
makes a lot
color?
of sense.
That's called
Yeah,
called the
yeah.
drama dice. And the drama dice also
Drama
comes into play in other things. Like sometimes a spell will heal you like for the drama dice value. Blah blah blah.
So if we had actual dice, one of them would be a different color, and that would be
Yeah.
how we. Okay.
Because
Got
I
it, got it,
roll,
got it,
that's
got
how
it,
I
got
do
it.
it. I have 2 green and a white.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Thanks. And then I slash. Do my 8 damage again.
8 damage. That's not bad. Very consistent.
Something.
It's kind of weird.
Really excited to level up again.
It's okay. You guys are getting there. It's their turn. Yeah, he's going to stab you in the face. He likes to. He likes to stab you in the face. Ooh, what's your defense?
10 because I did all out attack.
Yeah, it's probably going to connect, I bet.
He
Yeah,
misses.
that's a hit.
'Cause I rolled like shit. I rolled really, really bad. So that guy, I mean, you hit him twice. He's bleeding now. Like, he has an open wound. He's visibly hurt. He does a clumsy attack at you. You get out of the way pretty easy. But his friend behind you does hit you. And he's going to give you the good old stabby. Ooh.
Give it to me.
11.
And then, yeah, so 7. 29.
Are you pretty hurt
Okay.
now?
I'm not bleeding majorly.
Okay.
I'm getting there, but
Hey, way to play your role, man. you ate a lot of damage. We're gonna go to the one fighting Belor. What's your defense because of your displacement?
13 for melee.
Alrighty, so he's gonna swing and miss. He gets to make a perception check now against Gary's spell power of 14. Oh, they have perception C. Cool.
Yeah,
Oh no,
that
that's
makes sense.
surging. Okay.
Oh, surging? Nah. Spell power.
He doesn't know why he missed. He does it and he's like, what? And but he's still looking at the spot where you're not. The one in the woods is going to shoot at you, and he's at even greater penalty, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. My defense against him right now is 17.
An arrow just whistles through imaginary you. He's going to go ahead and give that Percepti. Does it break for everybody if he notices, Gary?
No.
Okay.
I think it actually becomes sort of a pain. I think it only works for the guy.
That
Yeah.
guy knows where you are.
Okay.
I'm going to mark him with a little B, because he's a bad guy. He knows where Blore is. But he
nice.
notices.
It does. The very last sentence of the spell says, although the spell remains in effect for others.
Cool.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
I'm
good
glad
power.
it specifies, because that would be annoying otherwise. Back to the top of the order. Hernastosaurus.
I'm gonna be moving closer to the archer, but I'm gonna be moving to get behind a tree to get some sort of cover from him. And then I'm gonna spend my major action to actually, before I say this, is there a tree I can find cover behind?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I'll get behind a tree, get behind cover, and I'll spend a major action reloading my arquebus.
Okay.
But that's me. Because both my pistols are shot, my arquebus is empty, so I have to spend a turn reloading.
Fair enough.
Thankfully, I have cover, so I actually have time to reload.
And they do a lot of damage. I feel like it does really balance it out a lot. Go ahead, Solwyn.
I'm gonna try to slip through their ranks now, and even though we can't see a camp from here, I'm gonna see if I can go spot one. I think I've left my team in a decent position for now. So I'm gonna sneak off. I might even jump on a horse and haul ass. It might just look like a horse got loose. I don't think they're gonna prioritize a horse.
Which way are you going to go? North or south?
Not back the way we came.
That's east and west.
Yeah, it was like east, right? Is the road doesn't the
road goes east to west.
bypass here.
So I imagine you're not going to follow the road to find their camp. You're going to go north or south.
Oh, I figured it would be a little further along this road, and they were just setting up a barrier along.
Oh, you mean like they were camping on the road?
Yeah, like they're just.
You go look for
they
that
would
too if you
go
want to.
A couple hours back that way. Yeah, let me see if they're camping along the road first, and then I'll start. For now, I'm gonna go east. Let's just say that. I'm gonna go east a little bit.
You're right past them.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride east, and then when Hernassa's fight started, that fight started on the north side of the road, right?
The what? Sorry.
When the guy walked up with the sword to the back of Hernassa and the gunshot went off, that was on the north side of the road.
What side of the road were you on, Herness? It's kind of up to you.
I would have got off on the right hand. Well,
Okay,
to me,
south.
right hand side.
That's where I saw you too, so that's good. Yeah, south side. That's also where the archer is. on the south side. That's also the side of the road
South
that Lawrence is
side.
fighting on.
So now that our theater of the mind is linked up, I was imagining it was north the whole time. Now that
Already
our
saw
theater
it on the right side.
of the mind is together, I will head south. I will head east, past them, and then south.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you start riding. You do not immediately see anything on your turn. We're going to jump to Belor.
It's gonna keep doing this dance here. Just mashing this Morning Star. That's an 11
That's a hit.
with 6 stun
That
points.
is 6 stun points.
So we're gonna make the possibly the finishing blow here with the what
Lethal
is that
blow?
stun called? Yeah, lethal blow.
2d6 extra damage. Hell yeah.
And then if I'll do that stay aware thing again, just to get the 1, that'll work. Cool. Okay.
Okay.
We have 8 plus 6 for 14 points of damage from the Morning Star.
Wait, was that damage on the Morning Star that you just rolled? With 3d6?
Yeah, the 8 plus the 2. The 2.
3, 4. Oh yeah.
So you got a 10. Wait, sorry, what was your total damage?
14.
14.
I got 2 and a 4, and then so that was total 6, and then I rolled the Morning Star's like attack.
I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay. 14. So, 14 damage. All right. Well, that guy's. I mean, you know, where are you hitting him? What part of his
This
body do you want to
one.
make contact on?
Right in his fish sticks.
Right underneath. Yeah, we'll go with like a jaw smash, like underneath though.
So you
Damn.
hit him in the jaw so hard that his head turns completely to the side, his neck breaks, and his jaw flies off into the woods. And he falls to the ground with his tongue lolling out. Just drops to the ground. And then
Well, damn.
from the nearby camp, his little girl comes out. Daddy, no! No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We've already
Your father's jawbone.
It got dark.
Just kidding.
That girl's a mage. Get her. No, anyway.
No.
What do you mean I
Lucy.
lose a level? No loose ends. God.
Breaking Bad all over again.
But yeah, that guy's dead. He falls over. Larry, the cable guy. Get her
Oh,
done.
I'm just gonna pretty
Larry.
much just keep getting stabbed in the back as I just slowly murder this one dude in front of his friends while they do nothing. While they do nothing. What happened? Where'd I go? There's so many tabs.
10.
Did I hit him?
No.
Aw.
Am I fighting so high?
Yeah, you rolled real bad though. That's a miss. Unless you have any points or anything to spend.
Did we all get bullied or just Aaron?
No.
Just Aaron. Aaron's the only one that's cool enough, apparently.
It's because of that cool backstory. They
Oh, it's
didn't have
because of
enough
the
to spend rest of us.
they named it NPC. That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. So you're going at it, and this guy's like fighting for his life. He's like, no, stop, don't kill me. And then he's gonna stab you. Ah, he does.
Double
He does
standards.
stab you. He does stab you. Yeah, I know, right? Do what I say, not what I do. Take 4, which isn't a lot, so your armor's gonna eat most of that.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 is my armor, so take nothing, right?
Yeah, he's just gonna hit you in your armor with just kind of a haphazard thrust.
Plunk.
He does seem to be desperately on the defense, trying not to die. The guy behind you, however, is gonna give you some stunt point action here. Alright, whatever. Chill out, John. What are you doing? I don't like this.
Do it.
Hey, you're laying into a fighter. Fighters soak hits. That's
So-
that's
To
their
me,
job.
So
I
this
want
guy-
it. I want it.
This
I
guy
want the
hits your
pain.
armor, and you're like, what was that? And then, you get hit in the back for 18 damage as a longsword protrudes through the back of your chest.
Yeah, I think it just misses all my vitals, but there's a lot of blood.
Yeah, it probably misses your vitals, but it does go through you.
Damn. Okay. For 18, so 14. Okay.
Oh, you're
Damn.
probably still alive, but damn, that
I
probably
think that's
hurt.
the 5th time that I have rolled 5 points in this combat. These
And I'm having
bandits
really bad rolls.
These bandits really
Yeah.
want it, man. The archer's gonna take a look. He sees you sneaking up on him. It sees you. He's gonna lob an arrow your way. He's gonna be at a bit of a disadvantage because you have
Minus
cover.
3 because of the cover, I believe. Depending how big the tree is. Minus 3, minus 2.
It's probably. I was gonna give him -2, so I'll give you -2. It's a cover battle. What's your defense?
It is none of your business. Figure it out. Smart guy. No, it's 12. Antagonize your GM. That's a good
So
strategy.
he
everybody. Keep it up.
kind of pops one, and I don't know if you've ever seen somebody curve an arrow, but you can. I've seen it, and it's just kind of and it hits you. Which
I'm probably in the middle of my reload stuff, and then just right into the arm. Like, ow, damn.
It's okay.
Like,
Do
I
you
was
have any
jutting out
armor?
just a little too far. Yeah. Minus 3.
Okay, so like it kind of hits the tree and like lands on your shoulder because it doesn't actually hurt you at all because my damage was piss poor.
So reloading the gun. Just, oh,
Like that was a close one, but yeah, you're okay. And we'll shoot back to the top of the turn order. Hernas. The Hernastiest.
poof. I get +2 to my aim now.
But it's going to be a -2 because cover.
Oh, so
It bounces out to a normal shot.
it's out. So I'll just say no, so we save us the math.
That's fair. That's a hit with stun points. How exciting!
You sound sarcastic.
That's
How
just
exciting.
my voice.
I know. It's
Just
just
my voice.
timing.
This is as excited
So
as I can be. I'm sorry.
first things first. How many do I have? 4. 4. Does he have dex of 1, 0, or -1?
Yes.
I got an extra d6 to my attack. Hooray! This is not a good time for him to be hit. Gonna spend one of those for pierce armor because I have a rogue power for that,
Okay.
and the other 3. One of them's going to reload the rifle. Scroll. And I will mighty blow the attack on top of it.
That's fair. So is that 4d6?
It's 2d6 on top, 4d6 total. Yep.
That's a lot. That's a lot of d6s.
19 damage with half his armor.
Alright, so this guy was not hurt. Right? He shoots an arrow
I
at you.
haven't tagged him, yeah.
And then just like it rips through the side of the tree, bark flies in his face as the ball just worms its way through his eye socket. He falls down stone dead.
Archer down.
He's got
We're gonna win the day.
He's got bark sticking out of his face. It's gross. That's why I call him Barkface. That guy's dead. Soul it.
So soon.
Yeah, he got killed.
I'm going to continue my horse riding shenanigans further south into the woods a little bit. See if I can find something along the way out here.
It gets pretty dense out here. You don't see any sign of camp or anything.
All right, time to turn around and head north.
The unridden horse comes back around, and it starts going the other side. The bandits pause to look at it, like, what the fuck?
I'm waving, but no one can
No
see
one
me
can see.
except the cameraman.
And the funny thing is, the horse won't be confused because it feels the right gestures.
Yeah,
like,
the horse knows that
rider's
you're
doing
there, yeah.
something. Whatever. You know.
Everyone stops, like, what the fuck is that horse doing?
That horse
If
is losing
you
it,
pay
man.
close
It's running
attention,
back
you
and
can
flooding.
see the reins moving. But Balor. There's only 2 left.
And they're both.
One of them has their longsword through the back of Lawrence currently.
Dear gods.
A little help, mate.
Yeah. I'm gonna rush up as this guy's body in front of me collapses. Look up, see the longsword come running over, and we're going to cast Cure as the blade exits the wound, and I've laid my hand over and do exactly that.
Damn! See, Balor's using all y'all's rolls. Damn!
I'm sorry I took them.
That's
I should have told
probably
you.
the best person
magic
to
rolls.
have 'em.
Yeah, magic is a good thing to get stunts on.
Yeah.
So can I theoretically use lethal spell to add healing?
I'd allow it. I don't know why not.
Okay, cool. Then we'll do that, and we'll just max it out. That's 5, so I'll just use all of it to heal 4.
The ever-living shit out of Lawrence, yeah.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, he's an
damn.
undead, so it does damage instead.
You're gonna heal 20 hit points.
Thank
As I rush up, and you feel just the incredible power of Wishalia mend your wound. Yep.
I feel great.
It's your turn.
I'm not bleeding anymore.
It's your turn. You feel
And I
much, much,
fucking-
much better. That's
And I
Hell yeah.
spit on the ground and I fucking attack. I go to finish off the dude that I've been fighting.
Tikian, you
5
have
points.
5 stun points.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Thanks. I'm
You
scared
asked
for
how they worked like 2 minutes ago.
well, I see it. It tells me when I have stun points. But now I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
You understand the
Um,
mechanic why it's popping up rather than just it just pops up like
Yeah, true.
slots or
Now I'm gonna deal my. I can deal my damage and then decide where I spend them.
Yeah, if you want to, that's fine.
Is that a lot? Just because I mean, if I let me see. So this would be 10 damage on that guy. So I feel like that would probably kill the guy I've been going at. So I don't need to lethal blow him potentially. I don't
Pierce
need to
is a
blow
great
him
thing.
briefly.
You can lightning attack.
Pierce. I can lightning attack, so that's for 3, and then I get 2 more to pierce. Fun check the enemy's armor to have versus this attack. So I'm gonna lightning attack and then pierce the second person. Wait,
Or you can dual
no,
strike.
that's not how that works. That's not how that works.
You can
dual
dual strike.
strike.
Your attack is so strong it affects 2 targets.
This affects 2
Pick the
targets. First pick a
secondary.
secondary target.
The target must be adjacent to you, which they are.
You're missing a
Apply the test result of your original attack to the secondary target. So you don't have to roll again, essentially.
You hit the secondary target, roll your normal damage for them also. Wait, it's apply your test result of your.
You
If you hit a
would
secondary
hit 'em.
target.
So you can just go ahead and roll your
Oh, I
damage.
see what you're-
on
I see
Oh,
what
dual
you're
strikes a
saying.
cleave. Okay.
I see what you're saying.
And that's 4 stunt points. So you'd have 1 left if you want to skirmish him or something. But that's not much you can do.
Bon Mott, you just look cool.
I reload my swords after.
The Superman.
Reaper.
Yeah.
I do the Reaper from Overwatch. I throw them on the ground, and then 2 more appear in my hand that are exactly the same. But yeah, I do that. So I do 10 damage on both of them because I'm doing a spinny with both of the dual swords. I'm doing like a spinny attack to like rip this one guy's guts out.
You rip his guts out, and then you hit the other guy pretty solidly. He's going to drop down to a knee. It is his turn. He's going to fall to a knee with his sword in the ground. He's going to drop his sword. Be like, I yield. I yield. I yield. He'll look around. Kind of worried about the lack of witnesses. He's like, oh man, there's just 2 of you. Like, ah, shit. But he's going to give up.
I mean, do we need?
It's funny that it
information
just
from me?
happened to be the guy that was talking in the beginning. It just worked out that way.
We need to know where the camp is.
Yes. We do
Annoyingly.
need to know where your camp is.
He'll let out a groan.
So,
Well, it's
the
not,
easy way or the hard way?
well, it's not.
Where's the camp?
It's not exactly close. He'll look around. I can take you there, but you have to promise not to kill me.
I reload my pistols. As long as you don't lie.
I don't have much reason to lie. I want to
You
live.
have You have at least 3 reasons to lie. Not to lie. 4. I look at Lawrence. 5. I look over at Belor.
Do you have anything at the camp that might be highly flammable and or explosive?
I guess probably.
Okay, just thinking.
I mean, there's like oil for our lanterns. I don't know what you're asking, man. But he'll get up and he'll be dragging ass. He's pretty hurt. Yeah, he leaves his sword on the ground because he assumes that you don't want him to pick it back up.
I'll scoop the sword up and I'll hold the hilt first up to Lawrence. You'll have more use of that than I will.
Is it like a cool sword?
It's a long sword.
Trouble.
There's nothing particularly special about it, but I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad sword.
I'm about to stop using the swords altogether, I think. So
Did you healy touch this boy?
I did, yeah. I was just waiting for the moment to mention it. But I slip up and I give him a little bit of healy touch. I heal him for that many points.
He'll stop bleeding. His nose will unbreak. And he'll... Oh, wow. That's good stuff. Thank you.
Glimpse, of course. A glimpse, perhaps, of the world's beauty. Maybe next time you have a wise choice in front of you, you won't ignore it.
He'll make a religious symbol with his hand, like a Hail Mary, which might surprise
Dark one
you,
goes forth.
Yeah, Cthulhu.
It's like, oh, bang.
All my games end with Cthulhu.
So when? You about?
Where did he go?
Do I see anything riding north?
So not immediately. Like, one turn has passed, no, you do not find the camp that quickly.
What about 3 turns?
3 turns, no, still. It's pretty far away. But you are heading the right direction. That's the way that your party starts heading.
Probably after like 3. Probably after like 3 turns, I turn around and come back. I have every intention of trying to talk when the horse's mouth is open and let this guy think I turned into a talking horse.
Okay.
I'm gonna ride back. I've looked around and I was unable to find their camp. I believe it lays deeper in the woods.
Did someone give that horse peanut butter?
Did your friend turn himself into a horse?
He was a horse to begin with.
The mystical ways of the Fey folk are strange indeed.
At this point, it wouldn't be terribly shocking from what I've seen.
He's gonna look down like this at the horse and be like, "Nice choice."
You should have killed him.
That's what I would have done. Hey man, I didn't know how he would react to you being a horse. Off the cuff.
Basically, the first thing you do when anyone turns into a horse is just check out their dick size.
I also would use magic to have a horse dick. I was just saying, you know.
You are banned from magic.
Yeah.
Only in 3 states.
He saw Mr. Hands and got inspired.
But yeah, like, okay then. It's gonna take a while. It is.
Don't worry, we have horses. You can walk.
Yeah, well, I mean, you might want to walk your horse. It gets pretty thick up here.
As thick as you were to assail a brave party of travelers like us?
Well, to be fair, one of you is hiding.
You attacked a Fey folk, a person dressed in religious regalia, and a fish man.
They looked like they had money.
Also, why were you even here? I look around for the noble with us.
Oh, right. I forgot about that guy. My bad.
I didn't.
Completely forgot about him.
I just figured you just think back like.
Oh no, I got this. Don't worry, I got this.
Okay.
I got this. Ah, there you guys are. I just got back scouting ahead. What? Something? Did I miss something?
Well, we took care of the bandits, except for their main camp. Just
I
the
must
ones on
have
the road.
ridden right past them.
Yes, you must have.
Yeah, that
So
guy
I'm
was
scouting.
that guy was going way too fast, so we just didn't even bother.
Sure he did.
There you go, I fixed it.
Guy just looks sus as hell.
It's like he's working with the bandits. Come on. Yeah. But yeah, so the 6 of you will be heading through the woods north. He'll warn you. It's like it's going to be about a day's journey.
So did your little brigand band? Is that all of you?
Hardly. We were just, on duty today. Unfortunately.
How many are you?
Last time I checked, I mean, there's at least 15, 20 of us back at base.
Perception and intelligence to figure out if he's BSing me, like he's just trying to spook us.
Go ahead and roll. Oh, definitely. There's no way there's that many people out here. Like, maybe like 3. Or you're starting to think that maybe he's not taking you to where he says he's taking you. Man, perception's your good roll, too. That's fun.
I know. I'll give him a threatening shove with my rifle butt to make him like move
Hey,
along.
I get it, man. You got a gun, all right? Chill out. I'm already bleeding here.
This is Gregorio Gandolfi, right?
No. That's not a person.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Get
Gandolfo's
down.
at the castle still.
No, we got Vitali with us, right? The sketchy royal,
Yeah, Vitaly. Yeah.
and then we got the groundskeeper Willie.
No, he's not here. I don't know why you
Oh.
would think he
I heard him button somebody with a shotgun. I thought we were still harassing that dude for some reason. I don't know.
No, it's that's the bandit. Yeah.
Right. Got it. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
See, you have that. See, I want to make this guy. You know what? In honor of Avenging Penguin, because I didn't get to put. Because you made a fancy, like, noble lady with an ass joke. And it doesn't fit in here. So right now, in the meantime, this guy's name will be Seymour. Alright?
I don't get it. Please explain the joke. No, really. I'm sure it's very funny.
Seymour. There you go. His name would be
Seymour Rectum.
Seymour Rectum, yeah. This would be Seymour Butts. Straight out of 3rd grade. And that'll be this guy's name, so you can stop calling him. Or you don't think it's the groundskeeper anymore.
Seymour Gaddafi. It's not Seymour Gaddafi.
But he will lead you into the woods. And you will have to probably camp for a night, unless you want to continue on through the dark.
Probably not wise. I think I'm the only one who can see in the dark.
We should probably camp. It's a good time to camp too.
But you can as well.
Well,
Yeah, so
then,
2 of us can't see in the dark. So
what do
it's not a
you
great
do with the prisoner while you sleep?
move. I shoot him. No.
Good night.
Spoon him.
We'll unshoot him in the morning.
You know, for a Canadian, you sure would fit in. America.
You can't shoot
So I just
him
have
in
to
the
be. I
woods.
just have to be west of Ontario. Anyway, that's not fair. There's people. I will take some of my fishing cord and I will bind his hands and feet so he can't get away.
Hog time.
Tighter, daddy. No, I'm just. God, I wish. This guy doesn't say that, but.
Yeah, I hear a stream nearby. Keep that up, smart guy. No.
But yeah, so you tie him up, and you all hit the sack in the middle of the woods, alone, hunting bandits. And that's where we're gonna end it for tonight. For the
Eat each
record,
other's sacks.
I made out like the whole rest of this already. We just didn't get to it, which I probably wrote too much. I wrote a lot. I don't know how I wrote so much.
That just means you've saved yourself some work.
I saved myself some work. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
It just means you're a dedicated GM, dude.
Dedicated to the laughs. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been a fun. This is a fun one. I had a lot of fun tonight.
Unlike the other ones, they weren't fun.
Unlike the other ones, the other ones sucked. Huge ass. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been Fantasy Age from Green Run Publishing. Don't forget to use our code to get your very own copy of Fantasy Age. Green Run Publishing. Use Fresh Out the Box at checkout. All one word. I've been Johananon. And yeah, thank you.
It's me, Casualty CDG. I'm the co-host of this fine show. It's a tabletop role-playing show where we play tabletop role-playing games with all sorts of different people, all sorts of different systems. We learn games. We let our fans use their channel points to boon and doom us so they can affect the adventure. So if that sounds like fun to you, tell your friends, tell your family. We're live on Twitch every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We also have a YouTube. If you can't catch us live, you can catch us fresh out the box, ttrpg YouTube. Also, we have a Facebook, so if your grandma's into ttrpgs, tell her to follow us there, but not to post all of her weird conservative memes on our page. Just keep those to yourself and enjoy our show. Alternatively, if you don't like tabletop role-playing games, we have a podcast called Fresh Out the Podcast. That's where me and Jahan and our friend Drew talk about movies, streaming shows, and video games, and other pop culture type things. So if you like things, you should listen to our podcast, Fresh Out the Podcast. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for being here, and we will see you next.
I've been AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. You can find me on Twitter at ElectricMetCHSR, or you can follow me here on Twitch under Corbinian, as I do variety of video game Twitch streams, as well as tabletop role-playing games, such as my Star Trek Klingon Adventures. That's not what it's called, but it's a Klingon thing, Star Trek. Lots of stabbing, lots of yelling. It's a fun time, but if you want to see what I'm doing, follow me in either of those places. You'll find out.
And me, Aaron Bombier, with Writing with Adventure Slang Productions. If you're sick and tired of your typical worlds, your fantasy settings, and your modern age settings, and whatever you have, you should check out New of Arden, which we're cooking up right now. It's really exciting. We got some stuff coming out to announce soon, so I can't say much today, but just come check us out at try out www.adventureslang.com or follow me at AaronDippity2 on Twitter.
I've been Keon. I make music. You just look up my first name on anything you listen to music on, and you find it. Oh shit! Sorry, the phone thing is due.
Boy, it's been a pleasure. I hope we see you next week.
Now I just hear that you're on a first name basis with Spotify. That's pretty cool. All right, everybody, have a good night. Stay fresh. Yeah, that bucks.